Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Kid Dracula. We beat stages 5 and 6 in the last video. We're going to take on 7 and 8. And I'm going to switch to the barn real quick, because it will allow us to take care of some enemies, and also do some things. You see these light-colored blocks? If you use the bomb, if you power it up, it blows them up. We will have to keep this in mind for later in the stage. And no, there's nothing hidden in any of these things. And I completely forgot about those. Wow. You want to pay attention to everything that goes on after that breakable wall. Because after that point, the ceiling will try to kill you if you get too close to it. Thankfully, we can just blow these things up. Kill this guy. Now there's another one right here. Want to slowly make your way towards it so it doesn't kill you. And now we got these guys. These guys will take 2 bombs to kill, but it is doable. And if you want these hearts, just blow up the walls below them, just blow up the tiles below them, and you can get them. And I was very happy to be able to jump over that guy when I could, because I thought I had the thing powered up, but I didn't. And that's the end of the first section. Now it's time for section 2, which has some moving walls. Be ready to blow some walls up and make sure your hand does not hurt while you do this. That should do it, I think, for that one. If I can blow a couple of them up ahead of time, that'll be great. And that should do it there. Now, we need to blow a hole in the middle here. And the sooner we can do it, the better. There we go. And then we need to get in that hole. Let's shoot some bombs upwards, and it should be easier to get through here. And these guys will take 1 bomb to kill. There are a few of them, though. Now, once you start moving this way, the ceiling will slowly move up and down. You do not want to be crushed by it because it is instant death. And there are some tiles there that we can blow up with bomb. I want to make sure I get them, because if I don't, that's instant death. And can I get down here in time? Yes. Alright. I don't know why I felt the need to blow that up, but I do want to hit this, because now it'll start going up and then down. So it starts moving around in reverse order, so to speak. Want to blow this tile up. Get a move on. Get over here. Well, that was weird. However, we need to make our way to the right immediately and not stop. We are now safe. If you need hearts, you can get them here. Again, just blow up the tiles below them. You'll get them. And now, it's time to face this guy. There is a guy behind all these blocks. You will need to power up bomb in order to send the blocks at him. You actually can duck under the blocks if he hits like the second one from the bottom. And from here, we now have a ladder. After you do enough damage to him, you're going to have to follow him around and try to just destroy him with the blocks. Thankfully, if you stay lower than him, most of the time you won't have a problem. And don't worry about running out of blocks. You'll never run out. Just be safe. jump or duck over the whatever you can in the first part. Stay lower than him in the second part, but just low enough to still hit him with the blocks, and you should be able to do it. And now we are at the final opportunity to get some lives, because the next stage is going to be the last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the last of the lives that I need, which is going to be a lot, and grab that, and I'll see you when I'm done. Be right back. Welcome back! Accidentally played Stickum instead, but at this point, 86 lives, that's nothing to sneeze at. Let's go ahead and go to the final level. And here we are at Galamoth's castle itself. Let's see here. Well, we got this section. And we're going to have to be pretty careful, because there are platforms here that we will have to deal with. And you don't want to be too slow on this either. However, if you kind of keep to the right here, it shouldn't be too hard to deal with. Interesting. Definitely don't want to get caught between two of these, but oh well. And it does start speeding up a little bit, but by the time it does, you're about ready to reach the end anyway. Yeah, when you see that big, huge gap there, you just want to be ready to drop down and reach the end there. Also, I need to use the bomb to get rid of these guys. Not like it'll matter, I won't be using any of the coins I get here anyway. And we have now reached the end of this section. And now we got this area. Take these little conveyor belts up. Be ready to dodge things. You do not want to hit any ceiling spikes while you're here. And you don't want to leave too early either. Good thing I used the bat power-up. Also, the small hearts only give you one. Well, that's a shame. And I don't want to go over there because that's going to be death. Or a trap, actually. Not exactly instant death, but still. It's annoying enough for me to want to call it death. And I do believe I want to go down up this one. No, I'm thinking later in the area. But I do want to go over here. And it's a good thing I grabbed the health extension, even though I can only go up to 5 hearts. It's still really, really useful. Because it will give me all of my health back, and that's what I want. And I finally made it over here, so at least we don't have to deal with this part ever again. Now, this part. I'm going to equip Bomb real quick. You want to watch the ceiling, because when these things start rotating very quickly, you're going to get crushed by them. You want to stay away from them when they do that. And it's not that one. Not that one. But that one I wanted to watch out for, because I know the last one's going to hit me. And now we can hit these guys with the bombs. We can also... Ooh. Apparently those things can track. Wow. I may end up dying here. Through no fault of my own, but that's okay, I got 86 lives. Now you want to be careful here, because there are going to be 2 things that will drop down and cause bottomless pits if you get close enough to them. Now here, you got the drills. You can just keep walking right to avoid the first one, but to avoid the second one, you gotta play chicken with it. And let's get that big health. Now, we got an alien. Take care of it with 2 bombs. Once you get to this part, you want to switch to Umbrella. Keep it in front of you at all times and just keep moving right. Do not worry about anything. The fireballs will bounce off your Umbrella, and the aliens will die as soon as they jump into the ceiling. As soon as you make it past that final gate, you're done. We're gonna switch to normal shot for this. You again, Tiny One. This time, you'll feel the power of King Galamoth, ruler of space. And we are now finally facing Galamoth himself. We're gonna stay under him after we move to the side there to avoid being hit by him like super early. You want to stay between the beams, and when you see the orb come out of the left there, you want to avoid it. Shoot a charged up fireball into his mouth. He'll do it with the other hand, avoid that, shoot a fireball into his mouth when he shoots the fireball. That's the only way you're going to do damage to him. And I kind of went the other way, but I still managed to just barely get the fireball into his gaping maw there. Just keep moving to right there. I'm going to let him fly over me so we can do the other attack. There we go. And he shoots 2 fireballs. He does it with both. He does the both hand laser, then he does the left laser, the fireball, the right laser, another fireball. I should be able to take him down with 1 or 2 more normal shots. Woo. Barely avoided that. And we now want to switch to the bat attack. We want to charge it up, and we want to stay away from him when he drops down. We want to stay close to his hand. And whenever he makes it to one side of the room, he will jump all the way to the other end with his mouth open. And I kind of timed that jump a little too early, but you can tell what I'm trying to do here. Sometimes he will do 2 jumps, sometimes he will do 3. And as you do damage to him, his jumps sometimes will slow down. As long as you're near his hand when he's jumping, you should be good. And when he's really at the side there... Ow. Too close. He will jump all the way to the other end with his mouth open. It will take a little bit of trial and error, but you will tell when he will be vulnerable. You want to make sure that at least the end of your hair is near his hand. That way you'll have just enough time to run under him in case he doesn't jump around with his mouth open. Sometimes he'll slow down. That'll just unintentionally bait you into making a mistake. Even if his jump is slowed down a little bit, you can still run under him. And just like that, he is gone. You have beaten Kid Dracula. Kid Dracula has bravely conquered King Galamoth. Piece of cake. Let's go home. Now it's time to watch the credits roll. So, how does this game measure up? Well, the graphics are pretty good. You can tell what everything is. Sound and music are what you would expect from Konami. Crane control is pretty tight. And even though there's nothing else beyond the 8 stages, you will probably find yourself picking this game up to probably burn an hour or two. Just for the heck of it. This is a pretty underrated gem of a game. I do find it interesting that the game is strangely very intuitive, and I don't know if it's because of all the games that I played before playing this, or if it's just a tad easier to, well, make it more accessible for whoever they wanted to play the game. But it is very strangely intuitive. There is a little bit of trial and error. It was frustrating at first, but it was very satisfying in the end. And I do like how there are clouds, shooting stars, the 3 bats, the last bat trailing up. Sometimes the second one kind of trails for whatever reason. Never really noticed that. Didn't really notice that when I was looking through the credits the first time around. But we are crossing some bridges. We're about ready to reach the end of the credits here soon. And we take out the umbrella and just toss it into the air for no reason and pretty much make that guy angry. Master, I told you to be careful with your father's umbrella. At least I brought it back. The worst is yet to come. Hee. And with that, Kid Dracula for Game Boy has come to an end. As I was saying, the game is strangely intuitive. Again, I don't know if it's because of all the games I played before, but it was frustrating to figure out some stuff, especially in the last level, but it was very satisfying in the end. And this is definitely worth picking up too. The only thing I can really complain about is the rock, paper, scissors game. I just couldn't really... Well, it's not that I couldn't get it, it's just... It's been done better in other games. Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Other than that, it's a pretty good game. It's not a perfect game. It's not the easiest game. I wouldn't say it exactly sets the world on fire, but it is pretty good for what it is. It is definitely worth having in your Game Boy collection. And so with that, that is, and was, Let's Play Kid Dracula. Hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between. Who knows? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later!